What's going down, folks? It's your boy C back on the Madden 17 franchise mode, and we've got a little bit of business to address before we kick off today's episode. Now, over the course of the last 2 to 3 games, Desmond Trufant has really been struggling out there, whether it be coverage or in man-to-man situations, so I decided to take a quick look at his progression just to see where things stand, and there's really no reason for the struggles as of late. But since he hasn't been playing up to his 91 overall rating, I posed a question to you guys a couple of weeks back, what you thought we should do with Desmond, and the overwhelming sentiment that I got from the comment section is that it may be time to look for his replacement. So after spending about a half an hour going through all the different trade scenarios with different teams, the player that I narrowed in on was Wesley Enzor. For those of you guys that have been around since day one of the series, this might be a familiar name to you. Wesley Enzor was a player that I targeted in my very first draft in this series, you guys, and at the time I just couldn't pull the trigger to draft him, but you guys can see what he's developed into. Look at that, 6'4", 95 speed, 84 man coverage, 89 zone, 80 play rec. I mean, come on, he's a beast of a corner. And anytime you're trying to acquire a player of this caliber, you're going to have to go a little deep in the pockets in terms of compensation. Now, we ended up offering 2 first-round draft picks, which were a first-rounder this year and next year, along with Devondre Campbell. For some reason, they just love Devondre, and as much as I like him on the roster, we can definitely move forward without him. Now, the immediate plan for Wesley is we're not going to throw him right into the fire. We're not going to start him right away because I'm a huge Desmond Trufant supporter and I believe he can play his way through this drought. So hopefully he can bounce back. But if he doesn't, we have another option that we can turn to. Now, the next thing I want to address before we dive into the gameplay is that I owe you guys a huge apology. After I render and upload a video to YouTube, I usually go back and delete all the video files and audio files for that particular project just so I can make space for the next one. In the process of doing so, I accidentally deleted a couple of extra files that weren't meant to be deleted, such as the recorded gameplay for week number 8 versus the Carolina Panthers, and as you can see by our record here, we ended up losing that game. So the playoff hunt moving forward is going to be really interesting, you guys. We're almost in a must-win scenario for the rest of the season, so we'll see how this thing shakes out. Now, along with the gameplay on that file that was deleted versus Carolina, there was also a trade involving sending Deion Jones to the Arizona Cardinals for a first-round draft pick. So with Deion Jones and Devondre Campbell gone, I'm plugging Marquise Marshall right in where Deion Jones used to be, and where Devondre Campbell played at strong side 3-4 outside linebacker, we're going to plug in Dante Fowler because I think he's going to be a natural fit there. So getting into the gameplay, Anderson comes out under center, making a check out the line, taking the snap, dropping back, throwing quick, complete to Barry Wall. He makes the grab there just shy of the first down for 8. Next play on 2nd and 2, the handoff to Eubanks goes pretty much nowhere, setting up a 3rd and 2 situation. Anderson again from center, throws quick, complete to Julio Jones, breaking away from tacklers, taking it all the way up to the 45-yard line. That was a grown man move by Julio Jones. Next play on 1st and 10 is a completion to Barry Wall, again across the middle of the field there for another gain of 8. Next play, 2nd and 2, trying to run up the gut with Eubanks, and he's going to be stopped right in his tracks for no gain. So looking at a 3rd and 2 situation, once again the toss goes to Eubanks off the left side, and after a good gain, he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 29. That was a nice run right there by Eubanks. Next play, trying to go back to him though, is not the right decision at all. Eubanks gets stuffed for no gain. Looking at a 2nd and 10 from the 29, Anderson throws a dart to Julio Jones, who makes the grab there, and he ran the exact same route that Braxton Miller did in overtime against Tampa Bay. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I suggest you go back and check it out. It was a crazy game. Getting back to the gameplay here on 2nd and 7, Anderson gets rid of it quick to the tight end Wall, and he might have picked up 2 or 3 on the play. 3rd and 4 now. Anderson's under pressure and does the smart thing and gets rid of it, but he did have a man wide open, but the pressure right up the middle forced him to throw it out of bounds. So we end up settling for 3 on our first drive of the game, you guys. We really should have punched it in for 7, but we'll take the 3. So the new look Falcons defense takes the field for the first time today. Garoppolo completes a pass to his tight end Walker, and he's going to end up picking up some yardage, but hold on, there's a flag on the play, and this one is going to be coming back. So the Saints now faced with the 1st and 20. Garoppolo gets rid of it again, it's complete to Walker, and this time gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Looking at 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo from the gun, taking the snap, firing, this time is complete to Thomas, and he gets bounced out of bounds at the 32. Garoppolo still in the gun on 3rd and short, hands it off to Gordon, and he's going to be inches shy of the first down marker, so that was a great job by the defense. So we take over on our next possession at the 34. KB gets in on the action, making his first catch of the day there, setting up a 1st and 10. Next play, Anderson has time and delivers another pass to KB on the drive in pretty much the exact same spot as before. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Anderson takes the snap in the gun, dumps it off to Wall, but he can't turn the corner there, and he's going to be tackled just a yard shy of the 1st down. So looking at a 3rd and 1 now, the toss goes to Eubanks trying to pick up the 1st down, and he does. That was pretty close because that hole closed up really quick. So on the next play, 1st and 10, Eubanks gets the carry off the left side and is going to pick up about 6 or 7 on the play. That was a nice run by Eubanks. Facing a 2nd and 2 now from the 38, Anderson takes the snap out of the I formation and throws a dart to Kevin Body, and I don't know how that pass was completed. There was a defender right in the passing lane, but the pass still got there. That was a nice play. So after the completion, the Body picks up the 1st down. Eubanks gets the toss from Anderson off the right side, makes a defender miss, and just can't punch it into the end zone. He's going to be pushed out by Vaccaro at the 2. So we're going to be setting up shop in the red zone on the next play, 1st and goal. Anderson drops back, throws quick to Julio Jones, and he makes the grab for the score and gives us a little bit of breathing room as we move ahead in the 2nd quarter. That was exactly the type of response we needed on that drive. So getting back on defense once again for the Saints next series, Gordon gets the handoff from Garoppolo up the gut, takes a shot and fumbles, but the Saints are right there to recover. That would have been a huge momentum swinging play if we would have come up with that. But instead, the Saints keep possession at just about the 50-yard line. So the next play, Gordon gets the handoff off the right side, makes a defender miss, and he's going to pick up a decent gain on the play. Moving things ahead a couple of plays in the drive, Garoppolo with the play fake has time in the pocket, but throws it right to Marquise Marshall and is picked off. Marshall played that perfectly, dropping into the zone, reading the QB's eyes, and coming up with the interception. That was a nice play by the 2nd-year player out of Ohio State. So we take over after the pick by Marshall. Anderson tries to be aggressive, going deep, but is gonna be picked off. For a second, it looked like Braxton Miller might have had a couple of steps behind the defensive backs, but that was just great closing speed and recovery by Vaccaro to make the pick on that play. So getting into the 3rd quarter now, we've got a 10-point lead. Melvin Gordon gets the handoff from Garoppolo, and look at all that running room. My goodness, there was just so much open space once he took the handoff. The Saints really took advantage of the lack of linebackers on the field because of the nickel formation. So on the next play on 1st and 10, Garoppolo with the snap going back to Gordon, and he has running room once again, makes a defender miss, and he has another huge gain on the ground. Melvin Gordon is just eating us alive this series. We got to get that corrected. On the next play though, handing off to Gordon, we do a little bit better job at containing the run, only giving up 5 on that play. And then on 2nd down, they dial up the screen play to Gordon, but he's only going to get a short gain after Desmond Trufant came up and made the tackle. So looking at 3rd and short, the Saints try to run it with Burton, and the Falcons are all over it to shut that play down. Marquise Marshall leading the way for a huge stop right there. So the defense does a great job at holding the Saints to a field goal try. The kick is up and good. And man, that looks really weird seeing number 9 on the field goal kicker. And if you guys are new to this series, we're in season 4 now, so Drew Brees retired a long time ago. But getting back to the gameplay here, after the completion to Braxton, we're looking at a 1st and 10 from the 43. Anderson with time, threads the needle there, complete to Barry Wall, and there was a little congestion in that area. I'm not quite sure how the ball got there, but good thing it did. Next play, Anderson looking for Wall again. He makes another grab on the drive. Barry Wall is definitely living up to his 1st round billing. Again, Barry Wall sitting down right in the middle of the defense, making another catch for the 1st down. For all of you guys that question me using a 1st round pick on the tight end, you guys are finally starting to see what he's been doing this whole season in the practice mode. But on 1st and goal here, Anderson looks to go to Barry Wall again, but he can't bring in the grab for the score. That was close. So now we've got 2nd and goal. Anderson looking to hand the ball off to Eubanks, and there's just no running room whatsoever on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal. And what was that? How many times has DeMarco done that to me this season, you guys? Why can't DeMarco just get out of the way the play's designed so my running back can catch the ball? Unbelievable. So we're forced to settle for 3 on the drive, but it does push the lead up 10. So I'll take the double-digit lead, but my goodness, we really should have gotten 7 on that drive. So getting back on defense, look at how many guys are down in the box to stop Melvin Gordon. They give it to him anyways, and they still almost pick up a big gain off the play. We had 9 guys in the box on that play, you guys. That was just crazy. So the next play on 2nd and 5, Garoppolo's under pressure and he gets sacked by Dante Fowler. Just when we needed a play on defense, Dante stepped up in a huge way because it knocks the Saints back to a 3rd and 15. Garoppolo with time in the pocket almost throws a completion, but Damian Dixon is right there to blow up the play and force an incompletion, but that was really close right there. So getting into our next drive here on a 3rd and 6 situation, Anderson across the middle throws complete to Braxton Miller, who for some reason went with the possession catch. I'm not sure what that's about, but Zach Anderson is really happy about it for some reason. Anyway, getting back to the gameplay, Eubanks gets to carry up the middle and ends up trucking ahead for a nice gain of 6 on the play, setting up a 2nd and 4. Anderson with the snap from the gun hits Barry Wall at the 30, and he's going to run all the way up to the 19. But unfortunately, that's where the drive stalls and we're forced to settle for another field goal. But it's still a 2-score game, so we're definitely going to have to come out and play some solid defense and then take care of the ball on offense. So here we go on the Saints' next drive. Garoppolo with an empty backfield takes the snap, has tons of time in the pocket, but escapes the pocket anyways and throws back across the field to a wide open receiver as Walker making a catch near the sideline. Next play on 1st and 10, Garoppolo to Cooks on the slant, and somehow Cooks hangs on to that after the collision with Shazier. That brings up a 2nd and 4. And Garoppolo looks like he's getting in rhythm now, throwing another completion there, but Thomas is going to be just shy of the 1st down. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and short. Garoppolo from the gun and completely misfires. I'm not sure what caused that. He had a clean pocket at time to sit back and throw, but was just a little inaccurate on the pass, I guess. But anyways, the Saints settle for 3 on the drive, and that's the way that we're going to wrap this one up. The final in this one's going to be 16-6, a really weird score for a football game with not a lot of points scored, but I'm still happy to finally get a W back in the column, and hopefully we can build on that moving forward. Now onto the stats. Zach Anderson had a pretty good day as far as numbers go. That 1 pick does put a blemish on his record overall, but I'm really happy with the completion percentage. If I can get him to go 21 for 26 for 220 yards and 2 touchdowns, I will take that every single game, you guys. So like I said, not a bad game at all for Zach. Onto the running backs, Dre Eubanks had 22 carries for 94 yards. No touchdowns on the day, but it's good to see him trending in the right direction once again. We really can't afford for him to have those types of games where he carries the ball 20 plus times for 30 something yards. Those types of games will put him on the bench, but I'm happy with the 94 yards overall. Now, today's game ball is going to be awarded to Barry Wall, who put up 11 catches for 103 yards today, averaging 9.3 yards a catch. He had a chance to get in the end zone today, but dropped it, so that's kind of on Barry. But at the end of the day, just about any skill position player will take those numbers. That was just a great effort all around by Barry. Anyways, you guys, that's all the time I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.